with the wrestling top game against the bottom leg locking game that Peyton brings to the table. We're just getting our mat set, getting our referees ready.
This is going to be another barn burner match for sure. Both these competitors very aggressive.
Our first semifinals match, Peyton Letcher versus Teshya.
Here we go. I wouldn't be surprised if Peyton is going to try to counter wrestle here and look for a submission off the takedown. She's a very opportunistic submission artist, and sometimes in the takedown, this might be the best time to try to catch Teshya. And if that does not work, I expect her to pull. As I said, there's the pull. She tries to get into the legs right away.
Yeah, Teshya is showing a really good job just passing, grabbing the neck, really good upper body. But there were a few situations where our opponents were able to capture a leg and
look at that tight pressure, though.
It's such tight pressure. Peyton's leg locks are world class, so it'll be interesting to see if Peyton can enter the legs somehow. But again, so far this has been just Teshya's show. I mean, just relentless pressure, just coming forward, coming after the head, going for these guillotines, underhooks, putting the pressure.
And she just seems to have an unlimited guessing. She can just go the whole round, go through the overtimes, and she comes back just as explosive in the next match.
So she has
super impressive.
Has 2 20-minute regulations under her belt, plus 6 rounds of EBI overtime under her belt, and then going into this and potentially a match after this if she happens to win.
And she's been attacking those whole times. There's been a few times where she was just controlling position, but she's been actively going for guillotines, arm locks, passes. You know, she has been not stalling in these regulations or overtimes. Incredibly impressed by her pace.
Yeah, and so, you know, those weren't just regular overtimes either. I mean, she was the amount of squeeze she was using so people couldn't turn their elbow out and turn their elbow into escape. I mean, that is an immense amount of energy, so props to her. She must be in incredible shape for this event.
Now Peyton's starting to play a little bit of that deep half that we saw against Holly in her first match. Holly gave Teshya more problems with the passing than we saw later, and that's able to get Peyton back to a more traditional half guard, and I think she wants to try to get to her closed guard. That's where I would be trying to opt to play as a guard player against this kind of wrestling pressure.
Trying to get to the mount here, but she is able to get to the mount.
Yeah, playing an open guard against her, it looks like her hips are just going to be too athletic. You're going to almost have to tie her up into a closed guard, which is easier said than done because she's done a really, really good job not allowing the bottom players to really get attachments or get them pulled in. And every time she does, she steps over, which is what you're looking to do. Peyton trying to get that half guard back, but the hooks and the grapevines are just too strong. And I don't want to speak too soon, but if this is a similar situation we saw in the last few rounds, where once this position gets in, it's stuck here for a long time. And over time, oh, she jumps on the neck and arm.
Yeah, she's jumping on the neck and arm. It looks like the arm is in on this. Looks like Peyton seems to be okay here.
Yeah, she's not panicking, keeping her hips. But if this is another one of these matches where the pressure from the top just kind of wears in, then they go into overtime. This is where it'll be very interesting because Peyton is a very experienced EBI competitor. As we saw her, she won in her first round with a really nice escape and a very nice quick submission in one overtime. It'll be interesting to see if that really comes into play if we get deep into this match. The back is exposed. This might be it.
Looks like Peyton's out of danger of the submission. Looks like she might have grabbed the neck there for a second. But body triangle's in. Body triangle is on the floor side though, so this is ideal for Peyton. She's gonna try to escape that arm. try to turn into her left if she can. But again, Teshya just relentless with that head and arm control.
Yeah, I knew, knowing her pedigree and having seen her compete a few times before this event, I knew how tough of a grappler she was. But seeing her do it to this level of competition and with this many tough competitors, it has been incredibly impressive to see the control and positional dominance she has. Peyton is one of the best grapplers you're going to see in the women's division, and she's not letting Peyton get any offense started at all, and just keeping her from defensive position to offensive position.
I mean, Teshya's been able to do her strategy against everybody, and someone as tough as Peyton, and Peyton looks like she has quite a bit of size on her as well, just, you know, being
Peyton
long
looks
and
like the bigger athlete of the two.
Yeah.
What's the time?
5 minutes left.
Halfway through.
It goes to show how good her pressure and control must be if she's even able to do this to everybody, especially someone like Peyton.
I'm interested to see what Peyton's going to do strategically in the next few minutes. Because she was very actively trying to escape hard, bucking, kipping, really turning hard. And she almost got her back taken. Now she's almost getting back taken again from this position. But you do not want to stay underneath for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah,
but
this is a lot.
I'm very interested to see if she tries to bait an arm lock, if she tries to give up the back to try to escape the back. She has the choke.
Looks like she might be. Looks like
It's
it might
on
be
the
locked
face.
in.
This could be it. This may be it. Payne's having to pull the hand out.
Pull the hand down. Oh, but the hand comes back.
It's more of a face crank, but sometimes that's all it's going to take. You can only
she's
imagine.
out.
Yep.
Yeah.
This might be Peyton's actual best chance.
Yeah, this could be her best moment to try to escape here.
That is
Look at
not
that halfback.
Yeah, that is not a fun position. Her head and hips are being twisted. Now she's going to try to enter her in the leg.
Yeah, now she's in on the leg. This is her moment here.
She does a good job trying to face and get her flat.
This was what I was saying. If Peyton gets in on a leg here, this might be her best opportunity.
The knee's there. She has the knee line. Can she isolate the leg and keep it isolated?
It's tough, though, from this position. She has to build up, and she's going to try to have to get that. Now she switches to the other leg.
She was looking for that calf slide. Now there's a counter toe hold.
It's hard to
Payne
see
with
here.
the toe hold. The knee line looks barely in. She may still have it, though. This may depend on how flexible Teshya's knee is. She looks relaxed, though. She doesn't seem to be in any panic mode.
Yeah, this is a tight position here.
Now Payne's trying to switch to a heel.
Oh, could have been a nasty heel lock. It looks like the knee line is like just on the cusp of being out here.
It's that where it could go either way. Teshya now trying to pull it again. A back exposure.
Wow.
Crab right it. Payne's going to pull that leg back in. What a match. Oh, toe hold again. Payne looked a little tired after she going for those legs and kind of looked a little frustrated.
Really good attacks and defense by both competitors.
Right away jumped on Payne's head again and right into passing and passes through. Peyton's playing the mercy grips. I think this is a smart strategy. She doesn't want that jumping pass. Oh, Peyton jumps to the back.
Jumps to the back here. Wow.
She has half back, and now she's almost got both in. Second hook in, body triangle is locked.
This is the most trouble we've seen Teshya in her regulation.
Yeah, big change of fortune in this one.
Teshya doing a really good job.
Turning back in.
Looks
like she gets back to the guard. Now we're looking for a nice Troy bar entry.
Peyton's going to probably try to throw that left foot over the face when she can. She's waiting for her moment. She's going to unlock, try to throw the left foot over the face. It's just a matter of when.
1 minute. This is going to be a deep 1 minute. Peyton's going to want this sub, and wants to push it. But she has to be careful not burning out. It looks like she lost that grip. Now she's going to switch to the other side. She's going to try to armbar come over the top, I think. Wow.
Peyton takes the back here. And this gives Peyton a pretty good idea of her back defense too, so she might opt for a spider web instead, based off of this.
And Teshya gets back on top into the guard.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, the arm is caught.
What a match. Peyton's had 2 of the best matches so far all day. I mean, it's a lot of energy spent.
And now another overtime for Teshya. She's going to now have at least 7 OT rounds if this one could go up to 9 for her in this fight. This will be a very interesting overtime. On paper, Peyton should be the more kind of experienced and kind of favored in the EBI rounds, and she looked great in her 1 EBI earlier in the quarterfinals. But Teshya has just looked hard to choke, hard to hold, hard to control. Peyton gets the body triangle though. This was not what her opponents were able to do earlier against her in the earlier overtimes. And this is where Peyton's experience may come big into play. Switches the body triangle really, really well. Now she has the foot inside. This is the best chance for Teshya to get the angle free if she wants to turn. But Peyton still has really strong upper body control. Now she gets the body triangle switched.
Good side to side with the body triangle by Peyton. Teshya doing a good job trying to get the foot in the middle.
She's, again, doing that reach down to open the triangle that she did in earlier rounds, which is a very risky move, but she's had good success with it, not being able to give up the choke while still using the hand to get down and open the legs. This resembles some of her earlier rides and earlier rounds where she had a really nice body triangle and angle, and her opponents could not turn into her. Now she's kind of stuck in that same situation.
Spot, yeah. Well, it's tough, too, because Peyton's so much longer. She's got longer legs.
Yeah. And Peyton's just really good on the back. She's, she has so much experience and so much technique here.
It looks like
she's really trying to rotate those hips to clear the body triangle. But Peyton is just not letting her. She's pulling those elbows back to not let her get a full rotation.
you got to be getting pretty close here to the ride time. The almost worth it, though, is all this effort trying to escape. I mean, it's going to be a couple seconds here of ride time. But
interesting. She pulled Peyton's head down to stack her from the back. A very interesting way to put pressure on Peyton from there. Peyton had to shift her own self out to try to get out, but still not giving her. Does she have the arm in rear naked, or is this? And that's a 2 minutes on the ride. Body triangle is not closed. Peyton was able to get her hip free before the body triangle. Now we're looking for arm triangle. It'll be interesting to see if she can put pressure here. Now back to the back.
Wow. Dude, she does such a good job controlling that elbow.
Yeah, she's.
Opponent turn that elbow.
She's not allowing these opponents to settle in position until she gets to a better angle.
Now she's got that body triangle. Peyton trying to do what she can. She turns in, but the elbow's still not clear.
But she is in a much better position to try to get that elbow back. Being on top, she can try to create some more space and wedge that elbow out. It's still going to be a battle for her. And there it is. So Peyton now has a decided ride time advantage, getting a full 2-minute ride. She's going to try to do the same thing. The body triangle gets set right away.
Again, finding herself in this ride time here.
Now a little bit more explosiveness shown by Teshya. She gets her shoulders free. She may be able to turn in. Payne's going to look for that elbow arm triangle position. Again, same thing we saw her using earlier. We'll see if she can get that elbow free.
Looks like
she's going to get free.
yeah,
She
looks
is.
like she's already out. Yeah.
So now, that was not a long ride. She can easily equalize this ride now.
Yeah.
Competitor's getting set. So again, Peyton gets the hips up before the full body triangle can lock. She has like a triangle locked on the foot, which is not as strong.
She's out.
That body
That's a
triangle
quick-
did not get locked well, and she was able to get a really good hip angle. So now Peyton has, a much bigger ride advantage. I'm very interested to see if she tries to really ride or go for the sub. So this is Teshya's 9th overtime round of the day already.
Yeah, it's a brutal day. She's just doing whatever she can.
Now she's carrying that weight. Trying to do this hula hoop escape. It's going to be tough against someone as solid as Peyton. Again, pulling the head again, trying to stack Peyton, doing all the tricks in her disposal.
She's doing a good job trying to square the body up here.
Yeah, she may be able to get an angle from it. Peyton looking for that arm in, rear naked. I think they're calling it the Rotola team now.
Yeah, right? I was going to say. This is just a really good way to hold on, but this
Yeah.
is a lot of energy from Peyton, too.
Yeah, it's a lot of arm. A lot of arm. Teshya looks like she's going to get free. She's got to get that elbow free. She's going to get it. It's just going to be a matter of how much time can Peyton hold to keep the ride going.
Look at that.
And there it is.
Peyton had her arms over the head and everything.
Again, this one is not over yet. Teshya could get the sub or a long ride. If she rides the 2 minutes, she'll win this.
If I was her, I would probably try to go for an armbar here.
I don't think she's. I mean, I haven't seen her do armbar all day, so it'll be very interesting. And she does.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, I mean,
Yeah.
the back hasn't worked twice. I mean, you got to
Yeah, I do not argue that.
go for something.
And as strong as she is, and as amazing as body control as she's seen from every position, she may have just a ridiculous armbar from here.
She could.
I wonder the experience here. Peyton has been in these positions. That nice control of Peyton's leg. But Peyton's kicking 3. Peyton's going to try to rotate those legs and create that base to build up.
Oh, the arm looks like it's out. The arm's out.
Jeez, that is a...
And she gets the tap.
Oh my God! What a submission! Holy cow! What a submission! In the 3rd overtime.
Oh my Lord. 9 overtimes.
What a performance
9
so far.
overtimes.